So I need a therapy alternative, I think. I've explored this a little bit in the past on previous episodes, and I find myself in this position again. Um, I was for a good while. I wasn't seeking therapy. I wasn't in therapy, and then life really started lifing. If you tuned in on the last episode, you found out that my brother, he was sick with cancer a little over a year ago. He was diagnosed, and I started having, I guess, feelings about that, but unrecognized, unidentified feelings about it, and it became evident that life was going to kick me in the butt. He was likely going to pass, and he did just a year ago, a week ago. And that, mom is ever getting older and is more and more of in a position where she needs additional support. Not so much medically, as just kind of emotionally and socially and things like that. So, and that was going to had predominantly fallen on Andy previous to his passing, and now that falls on me, and we got to figure out, are we going to get her down here to North Carolina? Is she even going to do that? What do we do when she needs more help and we're here, she's there, whatever. So, I made the decision that I was going to, so I need to seek therapy again and figure out, learn more coping skills and maybe just have an outlet, someone else to talk to about the things going on, because I don't have a support system that I am comfortable utilizing outside of Nora. And so I've started looking around, and I'm now on my third therapist in the past 4 months, maybe. And I've identified a lot of things, and I've realized a few things. And the biggest one I've noticed is that if I look at the therapists I've had in the past that I feel like I was successful with, the one thing that they had in common was, and this is going to sound arrogant, conceited, whatever, is that I never felt like I was smarter than them, right? I don't need them to be smarter than me. I don't need them to actually be smarter than me. But I need to feel like I am not smarter than them, which I know sounds terribly arrogant. But if I've had my therapist before, the one I just started with, she was always like repeating the same kind of basic questions, and that's really frustrating for me. And then one before that was, she really didn't seem like she was like, I didn't feel like she had good ideas on what to do, or maybe she wasn't listening to me, right? Like I try to be very clear, like, hey, this is me, this is what I've done in the past, this is what works, what is previously has worked for me, this is what has driven me up the wall previously. And it's like she wasn't hearing that, or didn't know, wanted to, I don't know. I guess I don't know how to explain it very well, but it was very, very, it's become evident to me that I need someone who's going to intellectually challenge me. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. And so I just started with this new therapist just the other day, and I told her this out the gate. I was like, this is it, right? Like, I need us to be, not, intellectual intelligent. Me be intelligent. We don't need to be intelligent in the same way, but I need to not feel like I can outthink you. Gosh, I hear myself saying these things, and it just sounds so. I don't even know. And she's like, yeah, okay, I get that. So we were talking, and this was an hour and a half first kind of intake appointment, and we got to the end, and I think there was a moment where she was gonna pass on me. She was gonna say I don't think I can help you. And ooh, that was a thing, right? Like, and I get that, right? Like, I understand that. It's not that I am so phenomenally screwed up that I am beyond help. She wasn't sure that her skill set and her experience would be something that she felt she could benefit me. But we agreed, you know what? Let's go down this journey a little bit together and see, right? I mean, she's like 15, 20 years experience, I think it was. We went to the same high school. How's that for a small world kind of thing? Her about 10 years before me, so no, we never crossed paths, anything like that. So that's kind of fun. I don't know if that's like therapy fun, but it's fun. She went to school with Madonna at my high school. There's a little trivia nugget for you. Yeah, so, but like, I don't know. It's hard for me to have great hope for this relationship. Just based upon the rocky start, I'm certainly not writing it off, but I find myself wanting to revisit doing something else that works on JP, but I don't know what that is. And I wonder if I need to be more generalized and maybe like get a life coach. Like, is that really what I'm after? I don't know. Can I hire just a friend, once a week? That's kind of what I want. Like, once a week, I want to be able to just maybe talk about the stuff that I can talk to Nora about. But, I've said it before, she's a human being in her own right, and she's got her own things that we talk about and we share, and she's got, a therapist that she shares other things with, and we don't want to burden each other with all of our stuff, right? I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot for any single person to handle. And I get that, and I appreciate that. So maybe I just need that other outlet. But I don't know. I don't know where to find it, and I don't know. So, I mean, one of the things is that with all this that's going on, there's a lot of emotions, or typically there would be a lot of emotions swarming around me and the situations and what's going on, and with my own aging and health issues, and my kids getting older, and the Nora's kids getting older and moving out of the house and empty nesting, and my brother passing, all these things. I don't know how to identify them. I don't know that I am experiencing them. I don't know that they're in there wanting to get out. Like, I don't know. I just don't know. And I get that that's difficult, would be difficult for a therapist to try to help someone who presents like I do. Like, I want to better understand the anxiety that's probably going on inside of me, but I can't identify it. Right? Um, and like I can't identify being happy or sad or anything. And, it's just, I mentioned to her, Anne is her name, that, I'm not good at identifying when I'm feeling stressed. And because I'm not good at identifying emotions, if I am stressed, like I can't recall how it's different. If I'm stressed at noon, this is what I said. If I'm stressed at noon, I can't recall being not stressed at 8 a.m. So because of that, I can't envision that anything needs to be changed or how I would change it, what I would change it to, right? And this sounds all very, very ludicrous, I'm sure, to someone who does experience these things and can say, "Hey, I'm in a rough go right now, and I need to breathe. I need to just look at those green leaves or count the staples that have fallen underneath my desk or something, and refocus on something else and allow myself to relax a little bit, and step away from what's stressing me out." And I'm so much like, well, this is how life is in this very moment, and this is the way life is. And I don't know how to appreciate that there should be something different, right? Like I can't think back to, oh gosh, last Tuesday was a good day. Like I did these things and this was great. Like I'm not able to do that. Like I can't remember emotions. I can't remember feelings, at all. And how do you work with that? How do you help someone get to a place where they can do that? If I can't understand like 3 basic emotions, say happy, mad, and sad, how do we get anywhere? And I don't know. It's hard. It's very, very hard. So I don't know. Is there hope for me? Like this isn't like the worst thing, right? Like I'm not miserable anymore, right? Like I know there was a time I was miserable. I can't remember what that feels like, but I know it brought a lot of suicidal ideations, and I don't want that. Like I know I don't want that. But it's not that I'm really rambling now. I got coworkers who can see me talking on the microphone in the car before work, and that's a little weird. Like I've said this before, intellectually, I know what is good and bad as far as situations. Like I know I don't want to be in that place again, but it's not a fear that's driving me. It's just, hey, that was bad. I understand it was bad, and I don't want to be in that position again, right? But that doesn't mean I can identify that I'm happier. I'm feeling better now than then. Like I can't appreciate that, I guess, right? Because I can't recall what that felt like, and I can't define what I feel like today. Or can I define how I would like to feel tomorrow? Like I can say, yes, I want to be happy, but I don't know what that means. Right? So it's weird. It's weird, folks. And I don't know what to do about it. I don't know that I should do anything about it. I don't know. But if anxiety and stress affect me the way that medical science says it affects people, then I need to minimize that, right? In just for my own physical health. But if I can't identify them and I can't really understand what it's doing to me, how do I change that? How do I fix that? How do I like I don't. I think I've said before, like the one emotion that I feel like I am aware of is frustration. At least that's the word that I use, right? And this is like driving in traffic or waiting behind someone really slow at the checkout line, or when I see somebody do something that initially in my mind is like, well, that's rudimentary. You should be able to do better than what you're doing. Like I feel that. So is that frustration? I don't know, but it's something. And but I know it passes pretty quickly, unless I'm sitting in traffic for like an hour. Then I'm just like, right? But like I can't tell you what that feels like. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do y'all think? What should I do? Where should I go? Like what? I don't know. Therapy, life coach. And we're not doing the running coach. Oh, so Nora is going to be, she's training, studying, she's getting certified to be a running coach. Maybe she should just be my running coach, and we should just say, no, that's not fair. That's putting more onus on Nora to take care of me. So that's not going to happen. But yeah, hey, come the end of August, if you're looking for a running coach, someone to work with a little bit, I know I probably know somebody. I get you a good deal. So yeah, there's that. Did I tell you? So I haven't talked about this for a while. I'm going to tell you this story, and then we're going to let it go. I'm going to tell you the story about why I have a new job. So this is not really mental health related. You know what? I'm not. You can go over. You can look over. You can find the other Jamolki podcast and listen to that story. I'm going to tell that story on that podcast feed. So, yeah, I have 2 podcasts now. The other one is even less popular than this one, and probably less good because it's not pointed. It's not aimed at helping others. So yeah, look me up, Jamolki. Yeah, it's just me talking about being a dad and whatever. So there's that. I've rambled. I've moved on to talking about other podcasts that I do, and I don't have another story to tell you. So we're going to end it there. Folks, thanks for listening. Let me know if you've been a friend of the show previously and we've emailed back and forth, and you're so inclined, email me, encourage me to think of topics and things to talk about on this podcast feed, because I would really like to start up this community again. So yeah, email me, jamolki@gmail.com, JAMOALKI. I think jamolki.info still exists, but it's not related to mental health necessarily anymore. So yeah, everybody, thanks for listening. Be safe and be well.